Alright, we are continuing the Hildebrand storyline. Still level 50 quests. This one is Shades of Sil'dih. That is Sam I L apostrophe Delta I H. Sil'dih? Whatever. Given to us by Ellie and near the Colosseum. Here we go. I was wondering when you'd show up, Mercy. I hope you haven't made any plans for the night, because we've got a situation on our hands. Remember our good friend the Phantom Thief? Well, it seems he's decided to branch out from burglary to cold-blooded murder. If the rumors are to be believed, he's claimed 3 victims already, all influential members of Ul'dahn society. Mr. Many-Faces has been kind enough to leave one of his signature calling cards at every scene, leaving no doubt as to the identity of the murderer. The message is always the same. The weight of 5 corpses will bring the scales of justice to balance. More riddles. Not that you'll hear me complaining. No, the only thing my readers like more than a good mystery is a good murder mystery. Ever since the story broke, the Mithril Eye's been selling like pound cakes, you know. The only rub is that it's left me no time to look into the thief's last message. Until now, that is. Shall we, Mercy? The hidden treasure of Ul'dahn, was it? The hidden treasure of Ul'dahn. If there's anyone who can shed some light on this, it's you-know-who. To Sunsilk Tapestries. There was an expansion to Final Fantasy XI called the Treasures, I think? Treasures, plural, of Ul'dahn. I don't know if that's at all the hidden treasure of Ul'dahn. I don't know if that's, anything. Probably not, but we gotta go main Aetherite, apparently. That's the closest. The Ul'dahn Aetherite Plaza. Plaza Hazard. It took me 9, 10, something like that. I didn't count, but it took me a lot of attempts to finally get Mountain Buster. But it's, just crossing spells off the list one at a time. Why do I have... When did I level up? I'm sorry. When did I level up? Oh, when you learn a spell as blue, you get experience points. Okay, cool. I hit 66 off that. Awesome. By the way, I was putting off learning that spell because I thought, okay, once Titan jails you, like locks you into that rock for a long period of time, your teammates, your party mates have to damage the jail, like they have to kill the jail, like break the rock open for you to be able to escape. I didn't know. Otherwise, I thought it killed you. And I think if you are running it normally, it probably would. But I guess it only does... Well, not only. It does... I had increased hit points running it. The Naval Hard. And it did like 15,000 damage. 15,000 something damage. Which turned out to be about half my total HP. I think I had about 29,000 total HP. Something like that. So... that's not the hard part of that fight. The hard part of that fight is understanding. And the first time I did the fight, Exuviation, either I didn't get the cast off or something else happened or whatever. I thought Exuviation did not clear the damage down debuff that was put on me after I got out of the jail. I'm like, oh crap, well, this sucks. And the fight, the total trial was so long because of that. So long. And then I figured out that literally the second time I did the fight, Exuviation did clear it. So I wasn't worried about that anymore. And then by the third time I tried the fight, I didn't even get jailed. Like, I figured out that... Actually, by the time I actually got the spell, you can put toad oil and... sorry if this is boring to you. It's just what I do. You can put toad oil and bristle onto yourself before you enter. So you go toad oil, bristle, you pop open your thing, you hit join. Those will both still be up when you enter the dungeon. You definitely need to put Basic Instinct on yourself. I'm level 6. I was level 65, so take all this with a grain of salt at level 65. Put Basic Instinct on yourself. Run forward till you can cast Song of Torment, and then at that point in time I just spammed Electrogenesis and then he'll leap and he'll become untargetable. You'll have that big red ring. At that point in time, you can actually do you want to do bristle to make your next electrogenesis do 50% more potency. So he'll be untargetable, you bristle, electrogenesis, probably one more electrogenesis, and then he'll jump in the air again, untargetable, knock off another ring of the outer ring, and so you can bristle at that point. And actually, that bristle is going to be used for your next Song of Torment, and then probably electrogenesis. I have sharpened knife, which took again a lot of runs of like the Wanderer's Palace, I think it's called, to get that. But if you don't have that, you can electrogenesis, you can the Ram's Voice. Those are both way easier to get. And you keep doing either, if he's right next to you, do sharpen knife. If he's farther away, do electrogenesis. But around 60, I think it's 60% HP, jump into the air again, one last time, knock off an outer edge of the ring, the circular arena, run up to him. It took a lot of runs of Thok Ast Thok hard to get Super Naka, but that was my go-to. I would do 3. He'll have a Titan Heart. You do 3 Super Nakas at it. It will either be dead if you got a crit or a direct hit, maybe, or if not, 1 sharpened knife, 1 electrogenesis, whatever, would take it out. 1 Ram's Voice, probably even at that point 1 level 65 again. 1 Sonic Boom might even take it out. I don't know. Anyway, jump to the air again, untargetable, come back down. He will be invulnerable while he's doing his like Earthen Fury thing, so don't. But you can bristle in that time, obviously, and then hit him with another Song of Torment that's bristled. And then I have the Whistle Tingle Triple Trident combo. Whistle was very easy to get. Tingle and Triple Trident were also very easy to get, but like they're level 60. The monsters I think are level 60. I don't remember when I got it. I think I have another video where I said when I got it. So that'll take him down quite a bit. You can throw a Feather Rain. I just got Feather Rain yesterday while I wasn't making videos. Just when you have Gobskin, all these are way easier. Sorry, Gobskin plus you do need to have Etheric Mimicry. Also easy to get. Well, not actually, that wasn't too hard to get once I understood how to get it. Once I understood how to avoid like a debuff on you and a buff on the boss, but whatever. Anyway, sorry, I've digressed way too much, way too long. We have Wymond, who started all of the Hildebrand questline. We'll talk to him to continue. Well, now, if it ain't my favorite venture and my favorite Mithril Eye reporter long with her. Tell me, what have I done to deserve the pleasure of your company today? I see. As much as I'd like to help 2 lovely ladies, I'm afraid you found old Wyman at a loss. Ul'dahn has more than its fair share of treasures, hidden and otherwise. I reckon our phantom friend could be after just about any of them. I can tell you this much, though. Whatever the thief's got his eyes on, it's got the Sultan sworn in a right dither. Word has it they formed a regiment o' their best and brightest to safeguard the royal vaults from this very threat. The Sultan sworn aren't like to be forthcoming with information, but it's the only lead we've got. Come on, Mercy. I'd say it's time we paid a visit to the heart of the sworn. Oi, hold up there, Ellie. I ain't generally the worrying type, but you may want to think twice before getting yourselves involved in this. A man in my business develops a nose for danger, and this time the stench is something fierce. You're a reporter, Ellie, and a fine one at that. Don't put that pretty neck of yours at risk trying to play a hero. Your concern is touching, but I can assure you that I'm ready for whatever dangers lie ahead. Besides, being a reporter is about more than selling papers. I have a duty to seek out the truth and convey it to the people. Come, Mercy, time's of the essence. Blah. Scholars Walk. Okay, so that would be the Alchemist Guild. Where's the closest teleport here? Or Ethernet, whatever. we have Humphrey, who Ellie is already next to. Humphrey is very paladin-esque in his gear. White chainmail or white tunic over chainmail, sword and board. Halt! Only authorized personnel are allowed in. Thal bugger me with a broadsword. It's the Gentleman of Light's adventuring companion? Wait, what? Gentleman of Light? Adventuring companion and that catty but cute reporter from the Mithril Eye. Well, well, if it isn't the self-styled warrior of light. Tell me, what tall tales did you spin to the Sultan-sworn recruiter to land yourself in this position? Only the 12's honest truth, miss. Seeing the Gentleman of Light standing tall and triumphant that day, it moved me to the depths of me soul, like I vowed to put aside my sketchy past and serve the realm just like my hero, Master Hildebrand. The Sultan-sworn were impressed with my commitment and my sword arm, and they gladly welcomed me into their ranks. Do we know Humphrey from somewhere that I'm forgetting? Wait, don't tell me. You've come to assist Master Hildebrand in his investigation, haven't you? Cor, why didn't you say so sooner? It's the least I could do to help the two ladies who united me with my role model. You'll be wanting to speak with Phyllis. She's one of the Sworn's best, and something of a history buff, I'd seen. What? It had seemed. That makes way more sense. When she heard the thief was targeting the 4 relics of Belladia, she personally stepped forward and volunteered to lead the investigation. If anyone has the information you're looking for, it'd be her. Wait here while I get her. I can trust you not to touch anything, aye? I can't say I recognize him. So we have a cutscene now. A much more awesomely armored paladin, female human, comes forward. More shiny, more like iron or metal or whatever, especially in the leg area and the wrist and hands and the shoulders. But yeah, way cooler. A pleasure to meet you, Phyllis. My name is Ellie from the Mithril Eye. As you may have heard, we're researching the Phantom Thief case and would appreciate any information that may shed light on recent events. The pleasure is mine, Miss Ellie, and if I'm not mistaken, that would make your companion friend here one Mercy Valkyr, yes? I nod to her. You know Mercy, says Ellie. As any regular leader of the Mithril Eye would, I must confess to being... I thought the Mithril Eye was Ellie's newspaper. Oh, reader! As any regular reader of the Mithril Eye would, I must confess to being something of an unabashed fan of your work. Though it hardly befits my station to say this, I was secretly hoping that you would show up to assist in the investigation. Doubtless the inspector, too, will also welcome a helping hand. Up comes Briardian. The Sultan-sworn, the elite of Ul'dahn's elite, I can only hope they prove more competent than the bungling mercenaries I've dealt with thus far. Inspector Briardian, always one step ahead of us, says Ellie. Miss Ellie, Mercy, a moment if you would. Right there. Very good. Now face me, and don't move an ilm. We cock our heads to the side. Inspector, what is that in your... That was her. That wasn't me. He has apparently puffed something in her face. Demasking dust. A formula of my own devising that will allow us to see right through the thief's disguises. Analyzing the mask left behind at Vesper Bay, I was able to identify its composition and synthesize a counter-agent that would dissolve the disguise whilst leaving the wearer's face intact. In any event, it would appear the two of you are indeed who you appear to be. Brilliant, Inspector. The Phantom Thieves pulled the wool over our eyes for the last time, says Ellie. I fear it won't be so simple. The ingredients necessary to produce the dust are exceedingly rare. Even with the entire resources of the Sultan-sworn at our disposal, we were only able to produce a limited supply, says Phyllis. I see. Well, I suppose it's better than nothing. That said, have you been able to identify the thief's next target? A hidden treasure of Ul'dahn, the last of the 4 lost relics of Belladia? I fear not. I've pored through the histories time and again, but the only mention of these 4 relics is a vague reference in an old prophecy. Most serious scholars consider it little more than a fairy tale. When darkness falls and hope fades to despair, 4 warriors born of light shall descend in the righteous glare. The legend goes on to describe 4 sacred artifacts, one each possessed by these 4 Belladian heroes, but makes no mention as to their appearance or nature. 3 times we have tried to identify the thief's target, and 3 times has he foiled us by making off with something else entirely. Needless speculation will only play to the fiend's strengths, says Briardian. All artifacts of Belladian origin have been sealed within the royal vault, and a regiment of our finest assigned to its protection. I have furnished all the guards with a supply of demasking dust. Yeah, I got it right that time. And instructed them to be on the lookout for any suspicious personages. The blackguard will be in chains before he can lay a dirty hand on the vault doors, let alone the treasures within. You have our word, milady, says a knight at her side named Guigwe. He gives a bow and leaves the cutscene. But there are even more disturbing matters at hand. Doubtless you have heard of the recent rash of murders perpetrated by our quarry. The Sultan sworn have launched an investigation, but the truth of the matter is that we have been far too occupied with the defense of the vault to make any meaningful progress. We would be most grateful for any assistance you could offer. A lady asks, and a gentleman answers. Out of scene, Hildebrand, with Nashu cheering him on as usual. He does a couple poses, she claps. He comes toward us with Nashu at his side. Cast all worry from your heart, my lady. Hildebrand, agent of enquiry, inspector extraordinaire, has arrived to set right what is wrong and bring the wicked to justice. Briardian approaches him. Cutscene goes black. And this must be the demasking dust that is the talk of the palace. Ah, but you need not waste your supply on me, Inspector. I assure you that I am exactly who I claim to be. We see Hildebrand is saying on a black screen. And he is just staggering back to his feet. A shame, that, says Briardian. Inspector Hildebrand, we were not expecting you, but your services are most welcome. I will share all I know about the recent murders. Everybody turns to Phyllis, and some approach closer. The killer has claimed 3 victims thus far: the head of a publishing consortium, a high-ranking government official, and an influential scholar. Other than that, they were all influential figures in their respective circles. We can identify no common threads connecting the 3. Other than that, they were all influential figures. Blah blah blah. Yeah, okay. That's the only connection they could find. Oh, this will prove a most satisfying case to crack indeed. And what of the method of killing? Conked over the head with a cudgel? Gutted with a great sword? Strangled with a subligar, mayhap? I'm afraid we've identified no pattern. In any case, the murderer plots the deaths of 2 more even as we speak. We must take action, and quickly. Understood, my lady. Clues may be scarce, but worry not. My realm-renowned powers of deduction are more than up to the task. I will see this burglar turned butcher delivered to justice. Your presence is heartening indeed, Inspector Hildebrand. Friends, please take this demasking dust with you. I fear we can spare but a single sachet, but I trust you will put it to good use. And the cutscene goes black. We talk to Hildebrand to continue. I'm annoyed that I can already not speak good, apparently. It's really, really annoying. Come to accompany me on yet another case, friend. I like your gusto, but if you're auditioning to be my assistant, I fear that role has already been filled most ably. Still, a gentleman welcomes the support of all his admirers. I shall henceforth name you thusly: Mercy, my ever-loyal associate. And now, my ever-loyal associate, the investigation calls. I propose that we begin by inspecting the site at which the most recent victim met his demise. My questioning about the palace has revealed that the scholar's body was found not far from the 80 sins of Sasimo. Even the most circumspect of criminals cannot help but leave behind clues that will not elude my gaze. Friends, let us be off. Pray alert me should you see anyone suspicious, my ever-loyal associate. We must put Miss Phyllis's demasking dust to good use. The 4 of them walk out of, they disappear, walking away. And we go to just outside this. Okay, so the closest would be Thaumaturge Guild. Welcome to Welcome to Jamrock. Is it Jamrock? Why? Okay, it popped in my head, and then I realized I don't know the final 2 syllables of that, or of whatever that is, song or whatever. Welcome to I think it's Jamrock, but I don't know why. I don't know why I think that. Possibly because it's true. I don't know. Just outside, well, not just, like fairly close to the entryway. So we're in Western Thanlin. We're very close to the entryway back to Ul'dahn. But Hildebrand will finish the quest for us. Cutscene. Flowers? Yes, it is all becoming clear now. Our phantom killer is a florist who, in his hurry to escape, carelessly mislaid his wares. Just what do you think you're doing? Eh? Eh? Says a voice I don't know who it is yet. Haggard hag. I'm the one who put those flowers there, eh? To honor the memory of me poor boy. You dare defile his memory, eh? Eh? So like a seemingly, white-haired old lady with just, normal kind of tunic or dress or whatever. I think she has an apron as well, and a plant hanging from her belt downward. 1,000 pardons, my lady. Please accept my most sincere condolences on your loss. I am Hildebrand, agent of Enquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire. I swear to you, on my own dear mother's name, that your son's killer will be brought to justice. Ahem, I was just saying, these flowers were clearly placed here by the family of the deceased, which can only mean... Leave this place. Run away while you still can. Run far, far away. Run, or he'll turn you into a zombie, just like my poor, poor boy. A living person turned into a zombie? Nonsense, says Briardian. Not nonsense, my boy. History. Or have you not heard of the horrors of Sil'dih? Ul'dahn's sibling nation, against which we waged war centuries ago. Much blood was shed by both sides, but I speak of far greater horrors than death, an unholy drought brewed by a Sil'dih alchemist, one with the power to turn the living to the undead, that his nation might command an army of mindless, deathless soldiers. Sorry, gnats still. The traitors spurn. They turned my poor boy into a heap of rotten flesh and ran him through, but you won't hear that from the Sultansworn. Thal alone knows... I didn't get it. Thal alone knows why, but they whisked the body away before I could so much as pay me last respects. Yeah, you're dead now, you jackass. You jackass, whatever, I'm an idiot. The traitors spurn. I'd heard the stories, but I never thought them true. To be able to produce such a frightening thing, just who are we dealing with here? A Sil'dih? I'm sure of it. Aye, only a Sil'dih would know the recipe. But the last remnants of Sil'dih died 4 centuries ago, you say? Oh, they did. They did. He calls himself the Phantom Thief, he does. But did it ever occur to ye that he might be an honest-to-God's phantom? Eh? Eh? Heard the tales from my own great-great-grandma, I did, about the four relics of Belladia, and the powers they hold. The power to exact justice. A specter of Sil'dih has returned to wreak vengeance on us. Woe, woe unto us all! Have the 4 warriors of light forsaken us? My dear boy, if only you'd become a traitor like your father. It's Trader, not traitor. If only you'd kept your nose out of those history books and never so much breathed the accursed name of Sil'dih. But you did, and now we're doomed. Doomed! Doomed! And then she runs away, as an old lady would. Yeah. Hildebrand starts to do his poses, like pointing to his head to think. Everybody else is doing like the whole, whatever their thinking poses are. Cutscene goes black for a second, and now we're back. We see a human person, black, like dark gray pants, tunic that goes, down to the butt or down below the butt, bare arms and And the voice, we don't know who it is yet, really. That bleeding whore son's here somewhere. I can feel it in me follicles. It's a bald man, Elazar. Have we seen him before? Oh, the guy who was bald and gave the hair tonic. The most potent hair tonic the realm has seen. Aye, that it was. For all of a fortnight, afore my flowing locks fell out all over again. And just as I was chatting up a lovely young lass at the quicksand, just to twist the knife an extra ilm. Montbank, charlatan, I'll find that so-called inspector and his sorry band and pull every last strand of hair from their bleeding skulls. He's got a Lalafell with him nearby, who's also searching for Hildebrand. I don't know who the Lalafell is at this point, but Shades of Sil'dih is complete. Definitely my first and last video of the night. It's kind of sad, but I ain't talking good right now, and I don't like it. So cool. I will see you next time for whatever video of mine you happen to watch next. Bye bye for now.